addition and a multiplication, but in the end, the last answer is going to be an altogether. That's an addition. That says to be altogether. Okay, so here we go. I know I've read the question. Now I'm going to do what? I'm going to write my own sentence. Good. I'm going to write my own sentence. So everybody go ahead and write your own statement. Go ahead, underline your question, and write your own statement of where you want to end up. Where do you want to end up? Okay, when you've got an own statement, raise your hand. Let us know. What's your own statement? Honey, I'm teaching. That's where you have to take care of the business. Okay? All right, what's your own statement?
Laura and Anna have...
Thank you. Laura and Anna
have stamps on together.
Okay, have stamps. And I like that all together because that says I better put everything they did all together in the ends. That's my last step. I'm looking to answer my own statement now. Okay, what do I do next once I've got my own statement ready to go? What do I do next? Go.
Stop and think about your story.
Okay, I know they're talking about people having some stamps. Okay, who? That's where I start thinking about who. Go. So who? Who are the characters? Shh. Thank you. When I have the people's names, what do I draw? Starting line. Thank you. I'm going to put Laura. I'm going to put the characters. I'm going to put the characters in my story so that I'm able to solve what happened with Laura and Anna with their stamps. Okay, now, once I've done my starting line, I'm ready to make my plan. I'm going to make my plan, and I'm going to be, I'm going to read each sentence, and I'm going to start drawing out that plan. Okay, let's go first. Who do they talk about first, sir? And what do you know?
About Laura.
Okay, read that first sentence for me.
Laura has 26 viewers.
Okay, now, I think about Laura for a minute. I'm going to put a unit in for Laura. Laura has so many stamps, and your model should be right along with mine. I know Laura has so many stamps, but I also have to model Laura, okay? Laura doesn't have as many stamps as Anna. Laura has what? How many fewer? 26 fewer. So I have to show that. I have to show that she has so many. I don't know how many. The only thing I know is that she's got 26 fewer. If I have 26 fewer, what, if you know, raise your hand. If you know what the word fewer means in math, raise your hand and tell me what it means.
It means less than.
It means less than. So if something's going to be less, what should I do to it? If it doesn't exist, what do we talk about doing? What operation will show me that I don't have those 26? Subtraction. And if I subtract, I'm going to put a what through it? A line. Thank you. I like the way you were right on top of that. You went one idea to the next. You say, I have something, but I have 26 fewer than this person right here. So already I say I'm looking for this down the road, but now I've already established what Laura has. She has something, but 26 fewer. Okay? What do we know about Anna? Line 2. What do you know about Anna? Line 2. Read line 2 on your question. What do you know? State a question.
If Anna has 47.
Thank you. Can I show Anna with her 47 stamps? Absolutely. Okay. Now, this is what it means to digest what you're reading. This is what it means to digest it. Laura has 26 fewer. They don't exist. If Anna has 47 stamps, how many stamps do they have all together? Okay? What do I do to understand that she has 26 less? What's the number sentence that's going to show me that she has 26 less than Anna. Young lady right there, what's the number sense?
47 minus 26.
Excellent, thank you. 47 minus 26. Now I know that I need to turn around and do this, and when I do that, what do I get?
21.
Okay, 21. Now, does 20, okay, so when I do that, where do I put these stamps in?
The units.
Okay, in the units. What units? Where?
Next to Laura.
Next to Laura. Thank you. This is what I have left, right?
Yes.
I have this left. I have 47. Took out, she has 26 less. And now, what do they want as an answer?
How much they have altogether?
Thank you. They don't want how many Laura has.
Altogether.
They don't want how many Anna has. They want to know what? All together. In order to solve this, this was step 1, multi-step. Step 1, what am I going to do step 2?
Add up 47 plus 21.
Thank you. And I'm going to take that over here. No, am I going to do? Yes, I'm going to do 47, and I'm going to add it over to the side, and I get what?
68.
68. So where does that go?
In your own statement.
In your own statement, okay? That should make sense. This is almost 50 plus 20. Has to be sitting close to 70. Yes, ma'am. Questions? Questions? What? Honey, take care of that. I don't know how to help that one. You have to say to yourself, how can I fix that? Okay. Questions, everybody? Now, this is what it means to show your work, to have a model, to make sure that you're going back to your own statement and make sure you've answered the question. These are the kinds of questions where people might just do one step. Maybe it goes 3 steps. This one went 2. But maybe if it went 3 and they didn't have their model and they answered the wrong question, this is where it trips you up. Not if you're doing your Singapore. It's all sitting in front of you, and you can go back and you can read, you can evaluate, you can analyze, you can see it. You can see it. Questions? Okay, let's get started on number 2. Now these 2 get harder. Nothing stays easier. Each thing gets harder. Yes, here we go. That one was a lead-in. That was oh, this is easy. Now I'm really going to see how it starts to get where it's like, oh, yeah, this is great because I can really lose it. Okay, I'm going to tell you the person's name is Didier because some people, they get on the problem and I don't know where they got the name, but I'd never heard it. So it's Didier. Okay, I've read my question. I've underlined my question so I can turn it into a what? Statement. And I'm ready with my statement. Okay, when you're ready with your statement, raise your hand. Yeah, you read the whole question. You underlined the question. You're doing what? You're starting to move into the steps now. You're moving into steps. Read the questions. Analyze what they want. When you have your statement, I see 3 hands. I see the hands start popping. Okay, good. Okay, let's see more hands popping with your statement. Change that question into a statement. Now I'm seeing the hands pop. Okay? Okay, anybody from this okay, besides Brooke, come on. Get your statements up and running. It's a statement about who's in the problem and what they want. It's what do you need to answer. Okay. All right. Okay. Tell me your statement, sir. I'll say it. Didier.
Didier is white birds and all.
Thank you. And his girlfriend. Okay, I'm just going to, okay, saw birds and all. Okay, I don't want to, when I come back, I don't want to just answer about Didier. I don't want to answer about just his girlfriend. I want to make sure that I have all the birds they saw. Okay? Ready to go. Who's in my story? I'm going to come out of the gate. I'm going to draw my what? Everybody? Starting line. I'm going to put my characters in. I love the way we're moving now. See, this is a given. Put those 3 steps in and we're ready to go. Who's in my story?
Didier and his girlfriend.
Okay, so I have girlfriend's birds. Okay, and I have Didier's birds. Okay? And I don't have to get fancy as long as my letters match what I'm talking about. I don't have to get fancy. Now, if you prefer to spell it, that's good. That's good. I'm going to do for just saving some time. Okay, girlfriend's birds, Didier's birds. Okay, now, where do I start? Back. Where do I start? Back. I'm starting back. I'm not starting at the question anymore. I'm starting back. Where am I going to start back from, young lady? Excellent. I'm going to pull my facts apart. Let's pull it apart. Read that first statement for me. Boys and girls, what happens? Do I need that statement?
No.
What if you have extra information that's unneeded when you're problem solving? What can you do to it? Take it out. When I have extra information in there, sometimes it bogs down people's mind. It's not something that I need to know. I know they're bird watching. I know they're together. So then I can hone right in on that next statement. Okay? What do I know? What do I need to know next? Right here. What do I need to know next? I've taken out that first statement.
You need to know
Didier. I know that name just throws people. Didier.
Girlfriend saw 53 more birds than Didier.
Okay. So the girlfriend, let's think it through. What did she see?
53 more birds.
More birds. Okay? So she has to have something over here with 53 more, but she also saw some other birds, right? She has to, I don't know, she saw some more birds because this box is in addition to what she saw. So I need another what over here? Another unit, okay? Another unit. Because she didn't just see 53 birds. She saw 53 more. She saw a plus over here. She saw more than him. Okay? So I need to remember I have some questionable birds sitting right in there. And that's why if you look at your card, it says, where is the question within your, because you're answering questions before you get to this question. Okay? So I don't know this yet. I know I'm going to get there eventually, but I do know something. What else do I know? Give me my next statement. What else do I know? Young lady, what else do I know? Oh, so some over here. How many birds did she see in all? 105. Okay. Now, they gave me all the information for the girlfriend's birds, but nothing for Didier. Who can help me to get Didier filled in so I can answer my question? Take a minute. Take a minute to digest. Just because you might know, maybe your friend needs a minute more. Let's everybody think about a number sentence. Let's everybody think about a number sentence. And that's not putting anybody off. Some people are not used to just take a moment or give a moment to a neighbor. And that's a really good thing to do. Give people a little bit moments. It doesn't mean your answer isn't good or your answer. It just means your neighbor needs a minute more. And it's called respect for a lot of, okay? So how do I end up getting Didier? What can I do? I know you have it. Okay, let me see a hand that I haven't seen. Let me see a hand I haven't seen. Help me out here. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me see. All right. Looking for somebody. Cadence. What number sentence would help me to understand that girlfriend has so many birds plus an additional 53 to get to 105 birds? If I've got a number sentence, it's going to be missing something. What do I do? Well, I'm going to give a little hint. I could do this, right? But how do I solve that if I have that? What we're...
Hey, you've got two numbers up there. You're going to have to do something with those two numbers. We can't do multiplication.
No.
I'm sorry.
We're
addition.
We're eliminating. What do you do when you know the answer? You're missing the answer to something times 5 equals 20. What's the opposite you can do?
Division.
What's the opposite you can do? Division. So with that in mind, because this is what my number sentence is. I'm missing something. She saw so many birds. She saw additional 53 for a total of 105 birds. What can I do to reverse this and get the answer? Thank you. I love the way you're thinking. Subtract what out? Thank you. Nice job. Boys and girls, I'm pulling this apart. I'm pulling it apart. I'm dragging it into every possible scenario of what you're looking at so that you're saying to yourself, well, if I saw this number sentence and I had to answer it, I know that if I know I'm missing something and I'm missing an add-in, another number to add it to, I can take that one add-in out of there, subtract it out, and get what's missing, what's left, okay? So if I say 5 minus 3?
It's 2.
It's 2.
Okay, and then I have to borrow over here, and 5 minus 10, 5 from 10? Okay, so how many birds did she see? 52 plus 53. So she originally saw 50. If she saw 52 plus an extra 53, how many did Didier see? 52. Because this is what they saw that equaled each other. She was the person who had 53 more. Okay? Now I go back to the question. And Emma, what do they want to know? Emma, what do they want to know?
They
All saw together. So what do I put together to help? All together means do what operation? Add. So my last step is adding. What am I adding? Oh my goodness, that is just top-notch work by everybody. Okay, 5 plus 2? 5 plus 2? Come on, you've got your number sentence down. You're working with me. Okay, and 0. Okay, 1. So how many birds did they see in all? 157. Thank you. 157. Now, I'm going to add one more thing. I'm going to circle that so that I don't get, I know exactly where it's sitting once I've checked my work. Okay? Okay, I filled it in so that my boxes are not empty now. This is 52 plus an additional 53 for a total of 105. This is 52 that he saw. Okay? So I put girlfriend's birds together with Didier's birds, and I end up with 157 birds. Okay, be careful. Then recheck your numbers, okay? All right, this next one gets a little complicated, but we're going to figure it out. So here we go. I'm going to move a little faster, but I'm not going to leave you I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to support you all the way through. Okay? I'm going to read through. You're going to be reading with me. Listening quietly. Mr. Jones gave out 2 more A's in his 5th period class than he did in his 3rd period class. He gave out 3 more A's in his 2nd period class than he did in his 5th period class. He didn't give out any A's in his 1st or 6th period classes. And 4th period is his prep. If 7 students in his 5th period class made A's, how many A's did Mr. Jones give out in all his classes combined? That is a classic long problem. Like if you don't draw it out, you really could go off track. I have it under, I'm sorry, something wrong?
Nope, it's okay.
Oh, it's me. Okay. All right. We should talk. No, I'm just teasing. Okay, here we go. Starting line. What are we talking about? We're talking about A's. Okay. Now, I'm going to go line by line. Okay, here we go. Now, am I going to put Mr. Jones? No, I'm going to be talking about his classes. Okay? Now, what do we know about first? First line. What do we know?
That Mr. Jones gave out 2 more A's in the 5th period.
All right, so I know he's got a 5th period.
Why are you writing it all the way down?
Because he's got 2nd period, 3rd period. He's got different periods. This is experience, boys and girls. You're not going to be talking. They're talking about this one, but that's not at the beginning of his day, is it? We're going to be okay. What can I put in 5th period? What do I know?
That you have to put 2 more bumps.
Then you've got to have a 2 sitting there. Plus, he gave out some A's. He gave out some A's, and he gave out 2 more. During what period? 5th period. So I've already done that line. Oh, I'm sorry. So I did 5th. What do they talk about at the end of the sentence?
It talks about how many A's did Mr. Jones give out in all his classes.
No. Sentence 1. We're staying to sentence 1. Fact 1.
Oh, no.
Fact 1. 3rd period. They start talking about what? 3rd period also.
I thought it's the 4th period.
Go. Listen carefully, please. Mr. Jones gave out 2 more A's in his 5th period than he gave out in his 3rd. Okay? This is 2 more than what he gave out in his 3rd, how much is this?
4.
This is 2 more than what he gave out here.
4. 2 more.
This is 2 more than what he gave out here. Okay? We don't know. Let's go find out what he gave out. Okay? Now, focus. We don't know yet. Or do we? 2 more than a certain number is what they had here. We don't know. We just leave it alone. Okay? Now, he gave out 3 more A's in his 2nd period. Everybody get your 2nd period in there. It's long, so you keep drawing along. Okay? He gave out what? 3 more A's in his 2nd than he gave out in his 3rd. Okay? So he did something here, and he did what? How many more?
3 more.
3 more. Okay? He gave out 3 more. Making sense?
Yes.
Yeah, we're moving right along. We're not skipping anything. Okay? He didn't give any A's in his 5th, in his 1st, or his 6th. So do I need that? Do I need to do anything there?
No.
No. So I'm going to cross that line out. I didn't need any numbers from it. Let's cross that out. He didn't give out any A's in his 1st or 6th. Class it out. Put a line through it. Okay, now I'm going to go back and I'm going to say his last start to lines are starting to come up. if 7 students in his 5th period made A's, can I fill in 5th?
Yes.
If 7 in total, how do I get how to fill in that first box? Because they're telling me 7 in total. No, focus on your model. Focus on your model. Yes, young lady, what goes in that box? 7 minus 2, and you get what? 5, thank you. So there's 5th period. So what did they say about 5th and 3rd? What did they say about 5th and 3rd? This one was 2 more, so this was how much? 5, thank you. Now I'm just missing to find out. This is, okay? Now, I have to go back to 2nd and reread because I have several things going in 2nd. Okay, let's go back and read about 2nd. He gave out 3 more. He gave out 3 more than he did in his 5th. Okay, so I know there's got to be 3 more. All right, than he did in his 5th. Okay, 7 plus 3 for a total of 10. Thank you. So then this is going to match down here. It's going to match down here, isn't it? Because he's going to do 5 and 2 and 3 because he gave out 3 more up here. And if I read my sentences closely through, I'm doing all this math together, and then I have how many A's that were given out. Well, it's sitting here within my... Okay, this one, when we get our answer, you're going to walk back through quietly and look through each line, okay? For a total of how many A's? I really How many A's? 22. I want them to go back and just look at these steps together just to digest it, and that'll be it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Isabel.
And then,
I need a new bit.
Okay. Hold on. We're focused on math right now, and then we'll move through that. So, our step 1. Okay, how did we get 22? We added these up all together because we want to know how many A's that he gave. So in 2nd period, we knew that he had 5 plus 2 plus 3, which equaled 10. And then in 3rd period, we knew that he gave out 5 A's. And then in 5th period, we knew he gave out 5 A's plus 2 A's, which equals 7. So here are the 3 digits that I have, 10, 5, and 7. And when I want to find how many A's he gave out altogether, I'm going to add those numbers together. So 10 plus 5 is 15, plus 7, and that got us to our 22. Any other questions that I can go over with this? Cadence.
I thought that the 17. 10 plus 5 is 7.
5 plus 7 is 12, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. Is that helpful? Okay, this is one of those multi-step problems that are more than just one step, or two, it's more than just 2 steps. It is several steps, right? So I just want to make sure, 1 second, and I'll be with you, okay? I just want to make sure that you feel comfortable going through all of these different steps. So I'm just going to read through it one time. Maddie, do you care if I use yours? Okay, so I just want to read through this. Mr. Jones gave out 2 more A's in his 5th period class, so that's where our 2 came from, than he did in his 3rd period class. So I've got blank box plus 2, and I have a blank box for 3, because he didn't tell me yet how many were in 3rd period. He gave out 3 more A's in his 2nd period class. That's where my 3 came from. He didn't give out any A's in 1st or 6th period classes. So, I don't have 1st or 6th period on here. That's why I just have 2nd, 3rd, and 5th. And 4th period is his prep, so that's why we didn't add that one. So if 7 students in his 5th period class, so now I have the 2 and I have the 7. That was our next step. I have the 2 and the 7. if 7 students in his 5th period class made A's, how many A's did Mr. Jones give out in all of his classes combined? So this is where we started. 7 minus 2 gave us our 5, which went there. Then we remembered when we went back, please following along just to make sure that you followed this whole thing. She went through it fast, which is okay. So then I'm going to start over again. Okay, he gave out 2 more A's in 5th period than he did 3rd period. So that question mark right there is how we got the 5 there. You guys see that? Okay. Then it says he gave out 3 more A's in his 2nd period class. That's where the 3 came from. Than he did in his 5th period class. So in his 5th period class, he gave out 5 and 2 to equal 7. So up here it's 5 and 2 plus the 3 more that he gave out, the 3, that got us the 10. And now that we have all of our boxes filled in, then we were able to add them together. Okay? Please flip this onto the back side, and I want you to answer these 2 assessment problems by using by using this here. And when you are done, I will allow you to go to the restroom.